It's Friday, February 23rd, 2024, and I'm Dave Sobel. 3 things to know today. 2024, the year of the enterprise browser, a new possible frontline in cybersecurity. NVIDIA and N-Able earnings, Syncro CEO, and what is MSPX, and our Friday big ideas. Plus, stick around to the end for some pushback from a listener. This is the Business of Tech. Today's episode is supported by CoreView. Your customers need your Microsoft 365 expertise, and CoreView has the only M365 management platform designed for MSPs. Manage hundreds of tenants, automate manual tasks, and monitor compliance, all while intelligently comparing to the baseline. With a no-code control approach, CoreView revolutionizes your Microsoft 365 administration. This powerful platform enables automatic reporting and remediation, ensuring optimal performance and security. The best part? You achieve this high level of service without the need for a large workforce, allowing you to focus on growing your business through efficiency. Want to know more? Visit coreview.com/MSP and find out more. Cybersecurity companies and investors are anticipating that enterprise browsers with built-in security features will be embraced by workplaces in 2024. These browsers allow IT teams to monitor network traffic and block malicious files while allowing employees to work from any device. The increasing targeting of browsers by hackers has highlighted the need for enhanced security measures. Companies like Palo Alto Networks and Island are leading the way in developing enterprise browsers, and Atakama is in beta with a product for managed services providers, with more security vendors expected to pay attention to this technology in the coming months. Identity-related threats pose an increasing risk to organizations, with attackers preferring to log in using stolen credentials rather than exploiting vulnerabilities. Reports from IBM X-Force and CrowdStrike highlight a surge in cyber attacks using valid credentials and other techniques spoofing legitimate users. Compromised valid accounts represented 30% of all incidents in 2023, making it the top initial access point for cyber criminals. Phishing attacks were down by 44% compared to 2022, partly due to using valid credentials. And with all the buzz in the MSP space about Screen Connect, I didn't want to miss the AT&T outage. AT&T has stated that the massive cell outage affecting over 1 million customers was caused by a technical error during network expansion, not a cyber attack. The outage prompted federal agencies, including the FBI, to investigate. AT&T has apologized for the incident and is taking steps to prevent future occurrences. Why do we care? AT&T wasn't a hack, something to know if you're asked. The development and adoption of enterprise browsers offers a new avenue for enhancing cybersecurity offerings. Providers should consider integrating these solutions into their portfolios, educating clients on their benefits, and assisting with implementation and management to safeguard against browser-based threats. Will that be part of your strategy? Now, there's more on cybersecurity later today in the big ideas. NVIDIA has experienced a significant boost in revenue thanks to the AI boom, with its fourth quarter revenue reaching $22.1 billion, a 22% increase compared to the previous quarter, and a 265% increase compared to the same period last year. The company's dominance in the AI chips market has contributed to its strong earnings, and its CEO believes that accelerated computing and generative AI have reached a tipping point. N-Able has announced its fourth quarter and full year 2023 results. Total year revenue growth was 13.5%, subscription revenue growth was 13.7%, and an adjusted EBITDA margin of 34%. For the year, N-Able expects total revenue from $460 million to $465 million, representing 9% to 10% year-over-year growth. Syncro CEO Emily Glass is stepping down after a 2.5-year span. Glass expressed gratitude to the Syncro team and mentioned her plans to reflect, refresh, and refocus before her next adventure. Glass's departure follows her successful tenure in promoting diversity and implementing initiatives to support MSPs. The company has already initiated a search for a new CEO and will announce the appointment soon. Also, a startup listing. MSPX is a platform that introduces the first marketplace for buying and selling managed services contracts. It streamlines operations for service providers, opens up new avenues for profitability, and enhances the overall efficiency of the industry. Founded this year by Matt Yesbeck, MSPX aims to address the industry gap and tap into the growing need for digital transformation and efficient service management. Why do we care? NVIDIA up a bit? That's a remarkable earnings call. That's a crazy growth market. Now you tell me if N-Able's projected 10% growth is exciting. Disclosure, I'm a shareholder. A tip of the hat to Emily Glass. She's always been a class act. Leadership transitions can signal shifts in corporate strategy, priorities, and potentially open up new avenues for innovation and market positioning, but that's not today. So wait until something happens next. Now, listeners, you tell me if a marketplace for buying and selling contracts makes sense. I'm reasonably skeptical of that, either buy the company or do an asset transaction. But what do you think? And here are our Friday big ideas. The Target is New newsletter discusses the potential impact of Google's Gemini interface on prompt engineering. Is it dead already? Gemini introduces a reasoning interface that aims to enhance human interactions with machines by understanding the intention behind human input. The article raises the question of whether prompt engineering as a profession may soon end. Just started. It also mentions the efforts of Perplexity.ai in finding new ways to build relations with AI partners. With all the hype around cybersecurity, I wanted to point to an article in The Information. Cybersecurity providers are facing a slowdown in growth as companies feel they can't afford to keep increasing their security budgets annually. In response, big vendors like Microsoft offer discounted bundles, which may lead to more mergers and acquisitions in the cybersecurity industry. Palo Alto Networks, for example, is offering months' worth of security software for free to buyers who switch from competing vendors. Despite the near-term pain, big companies like Microsoft and Cisco, who've been acquiring smaller security startups, may be well-positioned to rebound. Dark Reading looks at the roles of CIOs and CISOs converging as IT-related business requirements change. With digital transformation, the roles of CIOs and CISOs overlap, highlighting cybersecurity's increasing importance. While CIOs focus on harnessing technology to innovate, CISOs handle compliance and cybersecurity threats. Collaboration and alignment between these two roles are critical for successful digital transformation. And Channel EDE's Jessica Davis discusses 5 trends to watch in the managed services industry in 2024. The trends include changes in B2B buying behavior, the rise of platforms, a shift in the economics of partnering, the end of third-party cookies, and the opportunities presented by generative AI. Why do we care? Let's focus on that cybersecurity detail. This isn't an unlimited bucket of money from customers. There are budget constraints. It isn't an unlimited growth market. There's a lot to ponder this weekend. Thanks for listening. It's National Hospitality Workers Appreciation Day, so be nice at check-in. I'm going to issue a clarification. A YouTube commenter said, quote, "ConnectWise situation is an exploit/vulnerability, not a breach. Humongous difference," end quote. I replied, "I'd argue you're splitting hairs. ConnectWise is included in the alert that suspicious activity has happened. Security experts are saying the hackers are in customers' networks for those who haven't patched. That indicates breach to me," end quote. Now, I did grab a definition. Quote, "A security breach is any incident that results in unauthorized access to computer data, applications, networks, or devices. It results in information being accessed without authorization," end quote. If hackers are in customer systems, I feel comfortable with the word breach, and we have reports now of hackers deploying ransomware with this vulnerability. CISA specifically noted that yesterday. But the poster does have a solid point in that from ConnectWise's perspective, they only have an exploit. It's their customers who have a breach. I appreciate the poster's focus as words do matter. I'm going to revisit this on the Wednesday live show. Let's get more perspectives, particularly as we consider if customers care. Thanks to @Dalen Gunter for pushing back. I love it. Have a question you want answered? We're taking listener questions. Send them, ideally as a voice memo or video, to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live each week on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn at 3 p.m. Eastern. This weekend, you'll get our Wednesday live show in the podcast feed for Saturday, and Sunday, my interview with end customer Tom Kehu, who specifically wanted to talk to MSPs on the show. Listen to that and have a great weekend. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like button and follow or subscribe. It's free and easy and the best way to support the show and help us grow. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can join the Business of Tech community at patreon.com/MSP Radio, or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Finally, if you're interested in advertising on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening to me, and I will talk to you again on our next episode of The Business of Tech.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.